Welcome back to Marky RC. On today's video, I'm going to be doing the unboxing of Tamiya's tt02 Neo Scorcher. I think it looks a stunning looking box art on this particular model. We've also got all of our options, hop-up options. All I'm going to be doing with this one is putting the aluminium centre shaft in. Probably not going to run it. I've already got a tt02, a running version, but I've never done a build video on one of these, so because this is quite a popular Tamiya buggy, I thought I'd do a little build video. You also get the torque tuned motor in this particular kit, and all of those hop-ups. What we got, assembled universal drive shafts. We've got the gearbox joints. You can also do a ball differential in these. I've got a full set of bearings, aluminium wheel hexes, the clamp type. They do the DF03 aluminium damper set for this particular car. Plus you get the dual block tyres front and rear. Plus, I don't know, you could pretty much build one of these almost from hop-ups from all the different companies on the internet. So what do we get in the box? If I can get the lid off. Same with Tamiya's normal packaging. In the lower end kits, they basically just chuck it in the box. Not laid out particularly well. Not like the higher end kits where everything's displayed nice. So I've got my trusty Etronics 15 kg servo. I use them on a lot of my models. Don't seem to have any problems with them ever. Comes with brushed speed control. Yep, just a brush speed control in this one. Got the Neo Scorcher body. Quite a cool body shell, I think. Personally think. Comes with a rear wing as well. Really large rear wing. Tamiya's, don't know what you call that pattern that is, like lock pattern tread. Well, they're very soft tyres. Very soft. You get the skinny ones for the front. Probably get some foams for them actually, just to sort of toughen them up a little bit. And then you get the wider rear ones, which are same again, that very soft compound. Chassis. Same with all Tamiya's parts lately. The plastic seems to be getting exceptionally hard. Not sure why that is, or whether they last any longer. But the basic TT chassis, tt02 chassis, I don't think there's a lot of difference between the car and the buggy, apart from obviously the A-arms a lot longer on this particular model. Then we've got our A-arm part bag. Longer wishbones than the normal tt02. Everything is fixed on this particular model. I think. I don't think anything's adjustable apart from like your tracking, which you can adjust by adjusting the ends of the turnbuckles. Same again, quite stiff plastics. So got the gearbox housing on there as well. Top of the gearbox housing. Then we've got all our knuckles and steering. Got our front knuckles, same again, exceptionally tough plastic, but they are ever so chunky, so quite a strong, when you've set these buggies up, when you built them, they are exceptionally strong. Comes with a little plastic 12mm hex. Then we've got our suspension parts by the looks of things, and a front bumper. Yeah, front bumper. Suspension towers. So this is weird, but see, these suspension plastics aren't as hard has all the knuckle plastics. Not sure why that is. I'm going to have to do a bit of delving into that and find out why that is. Then we've got our waterproof receiver box. Motor mount. Probably going to get that motor mount aluminium because they're a lot stronger. Servo saver. You get 2 motor mounts for different size pinions. Then we've got the brace that runs the battery brace and gearbox tops. And the motor mount for if you want to put a fan onto the top of it. And our waterproof radio box. Got the Star Disc wheels. 2 wide ones for the rear, skinnies for the front. I do like that design of wheel. I think it looks pretty cool. You could paint them centres a different colour to make them even nicer, but probably going to stick with box art on this one like most of my models are. Then we've got the hubs of the steering. I mean, look at the size of them things. They're whoppers. On the last build I did, the tt02, I used everything aluminium, but I'm probably not going to run this one because I've already got a runner just to do a build video, and the one for the collection. Got those whopping great drive shafts as well, which are really strong, but they do look a lot nicer when everything's done in alloy. But if you're not going to run it and you're just going to have it on the shelf with the body on, pretty pointless really. And then we've got all of our part bags. Bought us a full bearing set from Jazz Hobby. All the bearings for this particular kit. Does make them run a lot smoother. And then we've got our big part bag. So we've got drive shaft, which I am going to replace for the alloy one because that is just ridiculous how floppy it is. And if you are transferring that power from the front and rear gearboxes, you want a pretty sturdy shaft, but I can literally twist that in my fingers, which is absolute rubbish. So I'll get an aluminium version of that. Got our standard CVA shocks. Got the little tiny ones for the front and the larger for the rear. And all our spacer blocks and the standoffs. It's funny how that blue doesn't I've made them look a different colour, but they are the same. Torque tuned Tamiya motor. I wish this cold would go away. Got a torque tuned motor, so slightly hopped up more than the standard 540 silver can. So you can go a bigger pinion on there, get a bit more torque. Tamiya's dreadful bushing, that can stay in the box. Then we've got all our part bags. Got part bag A, which contains grease, the wishbone supports, the little thing that goes on the motor if you have a hopped up motor, stop it getting hot, and loads of Tamiya screws. Then we've got part bag B, which is all of our shock springs, shock oil, the little T-spanner. These shocks even come with little bladders to make them a little bit more plusher, and loads of hardware. Same again in part bag C, the switch cover, loads of hardware, some tie clips, zip ties. And then we've got all of our differential bag. What's the plastics like in these? Yep, same again. We've got the really hard plastic for all the differentials, and they're a 4-geared diff, so pretty strong diffs. I've never actually had one of these Tamiya diffs pack up. I've had them get a little bit loose and I've had to shim them, but considering how much abuse they get put through, as long as you maintain them, you know, regularly, they will last forever pretty much. So it's quite a comprehensive kit, the tt02B. We've got our little servo saver and the little balls for the suspension arms. And also in the box, we've got the decal sheet. Now I think the box art on this particular kit looks epic. I mean, you can't get a better look of buggy than that, not for this sort of price range. I think I paid £110 for this from Wonderland Models, I think it was, in Scotland. I mean, I've ordered it, within 2 days it's here. They must literally post it the minute you put the order in. Got that super quick, got the decals. I do love the style of this buggy. And then we've got Tamiya's super comprehensive instruction manual. No RC companies make manuals like Tamiya. And to be fair, if you're looking for a first time buggy, you cannot go wrong with one of these. They are pretty much indestructible. You've got massive scope if you want to soup it up or hop it up. There are more parts, like I said at the beginning of the video. You can pretty much build one of these from hop ups. So I hope you've enjoyed the little unboxing video of Tamiya's tt02B. I'm going to do a full build on this particular buggy. Same again, I'll do a novice build, part by part, run through everything. So if you're new to RC, you can almost use it along with the manual as a guide to help you build your buggy up. I'll also show you how to set all your electronics up. I'm going to use the standard FlySky 2-channel RC control. Considering they're about £20, if you're going to just be bashing a model, you don't need anything more than that. You get good distance. I mean, I've had that buggy pretty much out of sight and still got control. No interference. I mean, if you're going to get right into the hobby, then maybe buy something a bit nicer. But doesn't matter if you leave it on the floor. You know, they are pretty much indestructible. And for that price point, £20 with a receiver, outstanding value for money. So get yourself a decent servo. I always use the Atronics ones. I find I've never had any problem with any of these. They're metal geared. You get a servo horn, but obviously you're going to use the kit supplied one. And not only that, they're waterproof. So they are an exceptionally good servo for that price point. I think they're about £14–15. But never had any problems with them. Going to stick with the kit supplied speed control. Just a simple brushed, like a hobby wing style speed control. So let's get on and get this model put together. So next video, I'll start doing it, like I said, step by step, page by page, lay everything out. And it's going to be like for a novice, for novice builders. Obviously, people that put these cars together know how to read the manuals and everything else, but I'll just go through a few tips on how to use the manuals correctly. So next video I'll be putting the tt02, starting to put it together. Probably do it over a 3 or 4 video build, then get down to the painting bit because it's quite a cool body to paint. So hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.